Hey, here are your 2-minute tips on leading challenging conversations. Not having them, but leading them. And that's whether you are negotiating a compensation package or giving feedback to a more senior stakeholder about something that's not quite going well, or even discussing with an investor what's gone on over the past quarter when you've had quite a difficult few months. Regardless of what's going on, the key thing is to stay in your leadership, even before the conversation starts. So that starts with owning the meeting and being proactive about having the conversation. Send the invite, write down the 3 bullet points, and make sure that you are taking leadership from the start. The second key thing is making sure that you are preparing for the challenges. The reason why we think these conversations are challenging is because we don't prepare. We imagine what might go wrong as opposed to just sitting down and highlighting the 3 things and the 3 challenges that may come up and then preparing our response. And the third is really leading the conversation, the actual conversation. What I often hear people do is go straight in with a vague idea of what they want to discuss and not set up the conversation from the start. If you set up the conversation right, then everything else is just naturally falls in place. So here's what that might sound like. Hey, Ola, how are you? Thanks so much for taking the time to meet with me. I know I've kind of mentioned it. I've been really thinking about my position within the firm for a while and also some of the stuff that I can do externally. And I know we don't have a lot of time right now, but what I'd love to do during the meeting is really, one, share my thoughts about where I'd like to be in the next 6 months and beyond. I've really thought about what energizes me, where I know my strengths are, and where I can have the greatest impact, not just for myself, but for the team and for the business. Second, what I'd love to get from you are just your thoughts and ideas. I really value your thoughts, and you've been so instrumental to my journey so far. And I'd love to kind of, for us to brainstorm and to also get your input where I might have some blind spots and start to create a plan together about how I can achieve my goals. And then third, my aim is to really leave the meeting with us aligned and also with clear next steps for the both of us. What, if anything else, would you like to discuss? And scene. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight into how you can set up your meetings by really sharing what you want to get out of the meeting, what the outcomes are, and what it is that you need from the other person. All right, speak soon.